What you want? So long.
Put down the gun, okay?
Here's the Polovin. No clinking glasses on this one.
You wanna chat?
Seem like a decent dude. We were just having a few drinks.
I need to find some people.
PDA.
Ozerski mentioned you might be able to help me with that.
You snatched what's stuck from
You're
us.
making some friends, I see.
And now you're
Ozerski
doing
is
it
a man
again.
with a heart of gold.
Just trying to get
When he's
him
not being pain in the ass, anyway.
calm him down.
You seem pretty popular yourself.
Go now.
Are you some kind of recruiter? Bringing folks to Strider, mingling with scientists, cozying up to Scar? And you keep popping up wherever I go, too.
Must be the zone's will. Nah, there's a plenty of recruiters here without me. By the way, there's that stalker who showed up after the signal, Strelok. Ever heard of him? He's a legend around here. I hear he's putting together a new crew. He doesn't like what's going on in the zone and he wants to shake things up.
What's Strelok up to? What's his plan?
That's something you gotta ask the man himself. And if he doesn't trust you enough, you'll never find out. Strelok is the type who keeps his plans to himself.
What happened to his old crew?
I could tell you they found lots of rare artifacts, left for the mainland, and lived happily ever after. But in reality, not everyone made it back from their trip to the monolith.
How can I find this Strelok guy?
Nah. I might have said too much already. Either the zone's gonna help you, or Strelok will find you himself. But I don't think you two would hit it off right now. As long as you and Scar keep looking for the Shining Zone, you better stay away from Strelok. He doesn't trust or cooperate with anyone. Can you really blame him?
There are no trustworthy people in the zone. Strelok's got that right. Looking for allies is a waste of time. Speaking of which, do you know anyone on this list?
I know one of them. Dvupalov. He's a real grump when he's sober, which, thankfully, isn't often. He's usually holed up in his old hideout and doesn't entertain visitors. If you want to talk to him, you'll need to bring him a collar from a mutant. He used to do some research with the collars and now he just collects them. Talk about sentimental.
Is this the type of collar Dvupalov collects?
Wow! You've certainly been around the zone if you've managed to find one. You're shaping up to be quite the stalker. Now that you have the collar, you're good to head to Dvupalov's hideout. I'll send you the coordinates. If he asks you for a password, the answer is leash. Remember, if the professor offers you a drink, don't turn it down. It'll make the conversation smoother. But don't try to outdrink him either. You won't stand a chance. See ya.
None of us were
Did you
following.
hear the news? Freedom and Duty are at it again. Now I gotta sit here and wait for Duty to storm in, take Rostock back, and execute me as a traitor. But for the moment, it's mostly just threats. And I've still got work to do. So, what's your poison?
Got any work for me? Something challenging, preferably.
Okay, here's a serious one for you. Some bandits have set up shop at the warehouse in the Red Forest. They've been robbing Freedom and get in the way of business. McLucha is offering a nice bounty on their heads. He sent a Freedom group after them, but they've gone dark. We can't reach them. They must have gotten into trouble. So, I need those bandits eliminated, and I'd like some info on what happened to the Freedom Squad. Will you do it?
Sure, I'm in.
Good. I sent you the coordinates to the warehouse, and to the place where the Freedom Group went dark. But the group isn't your top priority. If you don't find them, we will eventually. Your main job is to kill the bandits. Good luck. I've got a solid selection.
Hey, man. I see you're back, huh?
No, I'm just passing through.
Come on, cut it out. time into double time.
Well, maybe just a couple.
That's the end of it.
The leash.
Come on in, and don't drag your feet. If you only got one, don't expect a big payout.
Hand it over. You're new around here, aren't you? Or have I just forgotten you? I had an assistant I'll never forget. Nightingale. It was a delight to work with and a great drinking buddy. It's a shame he's gone. Think you can fill his shoes?
I wasn't planning to. I'm here about...
I know what you're here about. The first ones in the house. But we'll enjoy it right here on the spot. You can fetch the bottle from my lap. It's just down the hall.
You couldn't find it. Other sensors vanished into thin air around here. Must be yet another one of the zones you wonder. But come on, this is me. I've got a spare one.
All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
All right. Here's to our partnership.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado is gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
Let's toss another one back.
You're definitely not a grad student. That's a good thing. Look, about those scholars. Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on collars if I don't have a leash? It was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, Stalker.
Okay. Bottoms up, Professor.
I see you're a man of ambition. Great aspirations, I'd even say. I'll drink in me for one. That's what I like about you. Maybe I'd like Sherbat too if he could drink like a man. But he just comes in, asks questions, and fumbles around. What am I supposed to talk to someone like that about, Let's take you, for instance. What do you want to talk about?
How do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions?
Sheen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
Ha ha ha, and I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole three-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab. The colors were a crude instrument. The suppressors, on the other hand, they were designed to dampen abilities of a finer nature. Now, where did I put it? No, that's just some junk. Ah, look, a pickle. I'll save it for later. Fuck, where are you off to? The artifact just popped out of the still. Grab me, Stalker.
No, right.
Catch that sucker! Ah, you're light on your feet, Stalker. You can hang on to this one. You've earned it. You went after that artifact like a bullet from a gun. Seems like I gave the keycard for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to that boring grad student yourself. He's over in Agroprom, staying close to X5. And now for the fourth shot, the happiest of them all. Oh, good. This is my blissful plan of experiment. Here comes oblivion. You, whippersnappers, should stay away from all this. Nothing good ever comes of it. And never will.
So why did you collect those collars anyway?
They're the only thing I have left to remind me of all my future scientific endeavors. Sentimentality, a quirk of human nature. Who can really say? Anyway, here's to leaving sentimentality behind.
You're the first Project X scientist I've met who's still alive. I'm curious to hear about it firsthand.
Believe me, those men of great learning would rather not have my tongue tarnish their legacy. So I'm more than willing to do exactly that. Here's the scoop. Project X was a bunch of charlatans, and I was the most shameless one of them all. How's that for a revelation?
You used to work with phantoms. Tell me about the ability to create them.
I used to work on lots of things, including that one, yeah. What can I say? It didn't pan out. Turns out, not a single subject was capable of controlling even a paltry ability like this.
What was the purpose of the controller project?
Producing one failure after another. No, really the project was meant to put the abilities of mutants to good use. But can we truly blame mindless creatures for their actions? Those in charge should have known right from the start that nothing could be changed. When you try to fix someone else's mistakes, you only end up making new ones. Move your ass already.
I ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol. Not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Vupalov sent me to get the key card for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. Alright, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the Controller project and bring them back to me.
Tell me what you know about the Controller project.
The Controller project did involve some research on phantoms, but its main objective was to develop specimens modified with both biological and technological enhancements. Unlike their mutant predecessors, which were impossible to keep in their cages, these were meant to be trained as soldiers to protect Project X personnel. Can you imagine? Not even Circa is attempting anything like that nowadays. They haven't even managed to create a single new specimen.
Since I'm headed to X5, tell me about the lab.
Until recently, no one even knew it existed. The research there was classified, and the lab had been mothballed for quite some time. Then Duty did some cleanup with heavy explosives there, and found hidden levels beneath Agroprom. I used certain informal channels to reach out to the professor. That's how I found out it was an old mutant research lab. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there right now.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
Alright. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.